there's that intangible thing that's actually quite tangible. That the it factor we always talk about. There's something going on right now out there at MetLife Stadium, and it feels exactly like it felt 7 years ago. It feels exactly like it felt almost 10 years ago. I'm not saying they're winning the Super Bowl, but the Giants are going to the playoffs.
Yeah, well, you know what? This is what winning does for you, right? And it also, when the governor comes on here and makes fun of somebody's haircut, which I find to be pretty funny anyway,
right?
That the governor would make fun of somebody. But, this is what it's all about. This is what winning is all, these guys love going to work. The coach is trying to keep it light as he possibly can, as opposed to the Jets, who probably despise going to work, who, don't look forward to, sitting down and trying to game plan, and try to figure out, how can we get through these next 3 games without getting hurt?
Right.
As opposed to the Giants are thinking about, okay, home field advantage. We got to win this one, and we got to, get our pecking order. And by the way, the Dallas Cowboys haven't won anything yet. So that's where they are.
I get it, and the Giants are feeling really good about themselves, and this week, and the Cowboys aren't.
And they
should. A lot of that's just the optics of you just lost the game, and the concept of panic and all that other crap.
Dude, you know what it is in the NFL. Losing a game is like, it's akin to like the sky is falling. Every coach, has to overreact. Every fan base overreacts. You realize that we're in the final 3 games of the season, and so much still can happen for a lot of these different playoff teams.
Sure.
And the Giants happen to be one of them, and they're right in the middle of it, and they're going to have to play against teams that, that they're going to be fighting with for playoff spots. There's a very good chance that this game against the Detroit Lions could determine, seedings for wild card.
Oh, but it could end the Lions
haven't
season.
won anything. They haven't
the Lions
won
aren't
anything
in yet with Green Bay, racing towards a playoff spot themselves. This is a huge. This game should be, a Sunday night game.
And they catch Matthew Stafford at the right time with a busted finger on his throwing hand. So I don't know what the weather's going to be. I know the weather is going to be freezing today and tomorrow.
The colder it is, the better. I think
You saw what happened to Derek Carr in Kansas City on a Thursday night.
Yep.
He had that pinky deal, and he just could not control
football. Now, this is going to seem like a silly question. When you throw a football, pinky or middle finger, is one more important than the other? Like, would one hamper you more than the other?
The whole thing, they're important. The other thing you have to remember, taking snaps, is he going to be under center taking snaps, or is he going to be in shotgun the whole game? I mean, things change because of the pain that is associated with it.
Right. So he's got a glove on. I mean, he was fine in the game,
look at his middle finger. His middle finger, I'm watching him throw the ball on CBS Sports Network.
Right.
His middle finger is like right on the laces.
Right. All right, we'll see how it plays out. But success breeds good things.
What an opportunity. All I can tell you is what an opportunity.
Listen, you always say on the show, it's when you play him or what it's going to be like when you play him, blah, blah, blah.
You're not in their building. You're outside, and the quarterback's got a busted finger on his throwing hand.
And don't forget, the Detroit Lions, I compare the Lions and the Raiders in this regard. They've won a lot of games combined in the fourth quarter in which they were losing.
Yep.
And they get the credit for that. They made the plays they had to make, whether it's a 4th down play, whether it's 18 seconds on the clock, and you go 55 yards and kick an 80-yard field goal, whatever it is. They have lived dangerously. They're not dominating anybody. They haven't all year. But in a close game, when they have the ball, they have always delivered. They are not a team that's going to come in here, good, bad, or indifferent, and blow the Giants out.
No, you're right.
They're not a team that the Giants. The only question for the Giants is the Giants' offense going to figure itself out? If they do, the Giants are going to win the game.
And by the way, this is the Detroit defense that is like ranked 15th in the league. You know what I mean? So it's like a middle of the road defense, as where the Giants, the Giants in terms of rankings,
right,
defensively, are right there with the Detroit Lions. I mean, that's the kind of defense they've had. I know a lot around here. There's been a lot of discussion about how good Spagnuolo has been and everything else.
Right.
And look, they beat the Dallas Cowboys down. They got after their ass, and Dak Prescott a little bit over his head.
Right.
So they caught the Cowboys at the right time as well.
I agree 100%. Everything. Listen, when you look back at the Giants season, the Steeler game, they played like crap. They're on the road. They lose the game. What are you going to do, right?
Right.
You're not going to win every single game.